7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good morning. Ooh, oops. Toss back. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, and welcome to IdiOtBlog 362. Almost a whole year of blogs. This is Follow You Blind by Waylon Tibbs, a Freeway Beats production. I am Idiot Burns, IdiOtBlog, Mr. Mistake Maker, Christopher Burns, and you are listening to Freeway Beats. Freeway the Underrated.
Too long I trust in my own.
That's nice.
To sand just like it was my home. It fell into the sea.
Had a lot of nice conversations with Freeway Beats.
Another time, a darker place, and still you rescue me.
He previously had a track with hundreds of forks, 20-something thousand or more plays at the end of the contest, and did not come out winner on that contest. I don't know how that happened.
Give me peace, though I don't deserve it. Give me another try. I feel so lost, it's taking me this long just to be here by your side. And take me under your wings, God, I need so high. And give me strength, cause where you lead, God, I swear I'll follow you blind. I swear I'll follow you blind.
Very cool. It's awesome.
Father, give me peace, though I don't deserve it. Give me another try.
Nice.
Feel so lost, it's taken me this long just to be here by your side.
It's crazy to see how long we've been chatting as I'm browsing down and reviewing our conversations we've had together. And we chat a lot. It just goes and goes and goes. Just some regular dudes that like to make beats. Like to make music. He's a multi-instrumentalist like I am. So the kind of stuff he puts out is all over the map. Very varying. It varies a lot, or what do you want to call it. He just doesn't have a single niche. The guy's does a lot of different kinds of things. I'm going to go double check that everything's playing correctly here. Looks like it's working fine here. Now I've got to go down, double check it. Oh, there we go. Second track. Dawn of Freeway Beats Preview. So it looks like it's a short 2.5 minute track, maybe almost 3 minute track. Some trumpets. It's pretty cool here. I'm gonna double check that simulcast is working correctly by going and visiting all the social media I'm currently broadcasting at. This simulcast goes out to YouTube, BandLab, Mob Crush, and Twitch under the username IdiotBurns, and Facebook.com/Christopher Burns, my Facebook page. When I hit the 1 year mark, I'll start putting them on my page under my Facebook profile, the IdiOtBlog page, and I'm going to start inviting you guys over there. Why not? Why not make it a little bit more professional? Why not? See what we got going on. Looks like it's working on YouTube. Yeah. Very good. Looks like it's working on BandLab. And then I just like to make sure it's working on Facebook, and then that's enough. Yeah, looks like it's all working. Drop a like on this. And this is real nice. Really like the vibe of this one. This is a highly usable track, even though he says this is sort of like a work in progress or an unfinished thing or a preview or whatever that means. Drinking my hot spiced apple cider. Hope everybody's having a nice Saturday. Today was a birthday party in my house. We had a birthday last Wednesday and a birthday next Wednesday for the 11-year-old and the to-be 8-year-old. So we kind of celebrated today. We had both moms here, meaning the stepmom and the mom came, and that was cool. It was the first time she'd come to a family event and celebrated as a co-family, which was really kind of nice. I think it might have been a little bit of a tough thing. Could see the emotions welling up in her. But you know, my parents came too, and it was pretty nice. It worked out pretty nice. There was no drama or anything, or no fights or anything like that. And we did talk about things like COVID and Trump and a little bit of that, this and that, and nobody got in a tizzy, which is good. I don't know if we talked about Trump per se, but we talked about the political atmosphere right now, which is who's the president, basically. Yeah, and it was a nice time. It was really laid back. I'm gonna check out what this is. This is Jack Boy type beat. Had to fix it again, he says. I hate that when you get a glitch on your phone. Who's flowing on this? Is that you? Let me know. Saying something like, is that you? Let me know. It's pretty ambiguous. I'm gonna go let him know that the blog is going. If my energy's a little low, it's because I had a stomach ache going on today. I drank some Pepto-Bismol. Ooh, Pepto-Bismol. Ooh. I drank some Pepto-Bismol, which I almost never do. And I ate a nice handful of those chalky Rolaids. You know the ones I'm talking about. It's like fucking eating a piece of chalk. And for some reason, my kids think they're candy and want to eat them. And then happens the time you need them and they're gone. So you gotta hide them. Hide them away so the kids, my kids, I woke up this morning to milk all over the tile counter, underneath all the things that were on the counter, just seeping all over. Because my daughter climbed up to get a bowl, spilt my milk. Oh, I'll just stand the cup back up. But what about all the milk on the counter? Oh, she told one of the other kids and they didn't clean it up. Like the kids are going to go clean up behind you. You need to wake up your parents and go, hey, I made a bunch of mess. And we were up late last night. Mostly just my wife was up late.
This is a Freeway Beats production.
Probably went to bed at like 1. She probably went to bed at like 3. Freeway Beats. You can find Freeway the Underrated at Freeway Beats or bandlab.com/Freeway Beats. A lot of forkable work there for you to enjoy. Like this track, Soft and Slow. Another one from Freeway Beats. This is in the band Incredible Minds with a K. Incredible Minds. Dropping a like. This is smooth.
Production.
Oh yeah. Real smooth. For some reason I hear like Michael Jackson could even sing something like this. I get when we were young, you don't know what you must have done, baby. Yeah. I can't sing like Michael Jackson. If I could, I'd already be famous, you guys. If I had a voice, if I only had a voice, and people will say, Chris, you can sing really good. I'm like, yeah. And it's not my singing that's good. It's my growling and my howling and my roar. It's my dinosaur voice. Was that one of my kids or just a little sound? Yeah. Yeah, sound. I'm like, where's Luella? Oh yeah, super smooth. How's everybody doing these days? It's about to be December. Can you believe this year just rolls on by? I thought 2020 was a year of enlightening and waking up just based on the name 2020. But it's been, it's been that kind of a year for a lot of people who just didn't think about the way they were being controlled and manipulated in this world. It's also been a milestone for the man and his ability to instill fear and delegate and relegate who we are as people and manipulate and control us. COVID. I know that people are getting sick and dying, but we should have just had a month of closed downs and built 5-10 hospitals or more, maybe 2 per state, so 100 hospitals. Instead of spending a bunch of stimulus for round 5, 6, 7, 8 and trying to do 2 years of lockdown or a whole year of lockdown, or spending billions on a vaccine, which is going to be almost impossible to administer to everybody, and it's going to take time as well, and just that process could cause infections. Instead, we're totally going to end up not getting the hospitals we needed. We should have been having more hospitals and lighter staff in every hospital, and then when it did hit us, doing something about it. Then you know what? It wasn't even that bad of a disease, to be honest. I mean, more people die in car accidents, a lot more. And as you can see, our flu rates and our rhinovirus rates are completely non-existent. Yet the COVID is going around. So it's not like masks stop the flu, or there would be no flu in China. So yeah, a big part of it is You know, if you're infected, you get labeled that way. But I have my suspicions. I have my suspicions that if you're sick, you're going to test positive. And that's just a suspicion. They've only done one genome on this virus, and it's been at the Wuhan lab. There isn't a second place to do the genome. And there is a beginning of a genome happening that was abandoned. And if you compare them, they are not, I think they were abandoned for a reason, because they do not have the same results in the mRNA at all as the original genome. You can go look it up. You can look up genomes. There's a database for them for everything we genome, every sickness. And you can go and just look line by line. They don't have the same DNA. They are different. And so that one was abandoned because I think they were about to discover something. Did they get bought off, paid off? What is it? Who knows? I miss my best friend Terry. You guys got people you miss? Now he's still with us, but I just miss him because we used to hang out every day. I love that everything in his life is going well. He's got a son and a daughter and a stepdaughter. I love that. But he's all the way in Arizona, and it's just so hard to hang out with them. Maybe I'll find a way to make it happen this year. 2021, okay? 2021, let's get it going. Let's get people flying again so my job can come back. Heck, it's gotta be a way to do that. This one's cool. This one reminds me of something. It feels like it could be like in a movie, dude. What's up, King? What's up, Rosina? What's up, John George Petrucci Jr.? I'm never gonna use your real name. Buckethead, Uncle Buckethead. Is it Brokenhead? Why did I say Buckethead? I'm just one of my favorite artists of all time. Of course, I'm gonna say Buckethead by accident at some point. $205,000 infected yesterday. I bet you they have 205,000 tests they did yesterday. Fuck that shit. They're so fucked up. They're all lame as fuck.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and
I heard about this one small segregated group of people, and they're like 27,000 people, and like 4.7% were infected, tested positive for being infected with COVID. And then that's 2,200 people, and they only did 2,150 tests. 50 more positives than you did tests. And maybe that's that 4.7 was a 4.65 rounded up, but everybody they tested had it. What the fuck? Because they never get colds there, and so if they're sick, they went and I mean, the numbers are going to do whatever they want to say. They're going to do tons more tests if they need the numbers to say something. They're going to offer them for free. They're going to send them out. Free tests. Come line up. Come line up so we can manipulate and control you. I'd recommend to everybody, don't get a test unless they make you get a test. Yeah, the sheeple. The lemmings. Oh, there's a test. You know, there's just one more political action needed. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember the name of the group, but it's like UAS or UAR or something. And once that group approves UAM, United Association of Medicine, something, there's this group. Once they say it's okay, the vaccine's okay, they have 2 of them, they go right into the public hands. One of those companies has over 4 million vaccines made that within 24 hours of that political group approving it, boom, or government sect approves it, boom, the people can start taking the vaccine. What do you feel about the vaccine? You gonna shoot that shit in your blood? I feel no need, because I'd rather just get it if I'm gonna get anything. I don't care about 3 days of having a cold. Multiple people in my family have gotten it, and whatever. I ain't worried about it. I'm pretty sure I already had it. We had something in February, and my wife afterwards couldn't smell for like a week, and I was like, what the fuck? You can't smell? And my kids were eating better. It must have been because they weren't tasting everything. They started trying new foods. My dad never had a flu in 20-something years. Since I was like 7 years old or 8 years old was the last time he had the flu. So it was like 27 years. This was a few years back, like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And he was getting ready to go to Hawaii, so his doctor said, I recommend you get a flu shot because you're going to be around a lot of different people. And he's doing like a cruise, going to Hawaii, doing a cruise, and then coming back. And so he did the flu shot, and he was sick for the whole time, the whole first week. For 5 days, he was sick. Never had the flu for 27 years. And then all of a sudden, he's around people. He's a salesman. He's in and out of places all the time. And got sick for the first time ever because they injected it right in him. They say that the virus, if you do all the math, everyone says it's around anywhere between 0.015 to 0.05% death.
This is a Freeway Beats production.
Right? And the number of people that get it, it's like, out of the people tested, it's usually like 5%. Right? That's normally what it is. If you were to test large groups, not based on symptoms, just everybody in a factory or something, and then it's only 5% or less have it. Sometimes 2%, right? So it's got actually a pretty low infection rate in mass groups. Ends up the vaccine's only 94% effective. So your immune system's just about as effective. I like that, Rosina. No way you're putting a vaccine near me. Here's the crazy thing about that is there's no way I would do this vaccine, but guess what? I have another parent for my kids that I can't tell what to do. She's a separate entity, and she's not even in my house. She's the mom, the mom, that's the ex, and if she wants to do it, there's nothing I can do to stop her. I'm not going to try and take her to court to stop her. But man, she can go take those kids and have them done, and they can get it for a second time because they probably already had it in February. And then they can maybe get me sick because I had something like a bad ache and like nausea and like I was sick, but no vomiting. And then it came with a cold kind of style congestion and cough just in the upper lungs. So I probably had it back before China had even told anybody, and we done any stopping. My kids that were and family were at the airport. Once again, reminder who we're listening to: Freeway the Underrated. His user is at Freeway Beats. Hope you guys know who he is. If you don't, go check him out. Aaron Dixon, that's you. What's up? Welcome to the show. Oh yeah, well, I always knew. Live virus particles, mercury was used to break down, formaldehyde was used to break down the virus, not to mention cobalt, not to mention arsenic, not to mention tons of other things that are poisonous to biological life, silicates, dude, I worked in biomedical. I can tell you what, it's full of a lot of nasties. You think your cigarettes are bad, but your cigarettes, most of the bad shit in your cigarettes is the cigarette paper. And the tobacco inside there, it's done the same way you do dabs. It's done on the highest level, superficial fluid extraction, where they use like butane or something like it to extract the matter from 10 times the amount of leaf that they put that oil back on, so that your cigarettes are like 10 times concentrate from a normal tobacco leaf. And that's the only real way that things are introduced, and it's butane. And if you light a cigarette and it's on fire, the butane, is not, unless you're going, is not going into your body. Most of those chemicals are burning and going up and away. And then the smoke, it's such a low amount in the smoke when your body's processing it. Now, if you were to smoke a cigarette a day, it would never be a problem because you could process that level of tar. But it's when you start smoking 10 a day and 20 a day that your body can't keep up with that level of tar intake. That's why you don't see, because they have 10% of the amount of tar or less in when you smoke a leaf version of marijuana. That's why you don't see people dying of lung cancer from marijuana, because you don't smoke 20 a day. If you do, you're rich as shit. And if you're smoking 2-3 joints a day, maybe 5 joints a day, it's still only like smoking a half a cigarette at that point. So
This is a Freeway Beats production.
see, Michael Jackson works with this beats. No, yeah. No, yeah. Dirty Diana.
Just saying that's okay. Hey baby, do what you please. I have the stuff that you want. I am the thing that you need.
Yep. You do shed the virus and you are contagious.
She says there's no turning back. She's from Indiana. Dirty Diana. No. Dirty Diana.
You know, if you smoke dabs, you can get CBD dabs and you can get THC, high levels of THC in your dabs. And if you're a person who's not addicted and you have self-control and you've never gotten to that point where you're smoking every day, then it's really easy to just take a dab and be good all night long. And that will last you forever. You go get the $15, $20 dabs at your local, I mean if it's legal where you are, at your local shop. I mean, they even have $10 dabs, a gram of dabs for $10. That'll last you a fucking month if you're only smoking at night 1 or 2 dabs. Now, if you were like me, a gram wouldn't even last you a day sometimes. When I was tested for my intake for my recovery, I was testing at, the legal amount to drive a car is 5 nanograms per milliliter, and I was testing at 7,500 nanograms per milliliter. Well, we don't even have to call them nanograms, we can call it milligrams per milliliter, or 7.5 grams per liter. 7.5 grams of THC per liter of blood in my body. I have 8 liters. 7.5 times 8. I got 40 fucking or more. 70. What the fuck? I got like an ounce of THC in my body. No wonder it's been taking 4 months to get out of my system. I had like a fucking ounce of THC running around in my blood. 3 months later, the test comes back at 250. So that means I got close to like 2 grams of it in my entire body still. Math. And these off-the-head math levels tell me instantly when I see these numbers online, I just wish everybody knew math like I did. I should have been a mathematician or a statistician. Because I could tell you what right now, they stole elections using software that was connected to an internet connection that they should not have been. That's illegal in Washington State, New York State. I mean, 48 states, it's illegal to have your machines connected to the internet. So in most states, they reported they were connected to terminals. China bought the election, guys. China bought it. They might even have bought it from Trump. I mean, the guy's, what, $200 million in debt, according to the IRS. Anybody that works there will tell you that. $200 to $400 million in debt. Owes the IRS millions. And that's not a hate. I still like the guy just plenty fine. He's a non-politician kind of guy. I like that. He's direct. He's snarky like me. He's kind of a motherfucker. Last time I smoked was, I don't even know. I can't remember. It's been a while. Few months. Dirty Diana, yeah, no. Nope, gotta go down to the next track here. This is Fly High.
Yeah. They say that every day is going to get from my end. I found my knots. I tied up loose ends.
Who's on the lyrics here?
I think it's his name.
Was that Princess Levine?
Black? I don't think not. Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Being focused on the subject got me slipping a lot because I know a lot.
I'll tell you what, there's a couple days ago I woke up and I got to be 9:55 and my alarm went off for my my meeting, my recovery meeting, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm in recovery. I hadn't even thought about marijuana once today. You know, been up already for a bit. Usually I would wake up and where's my stuff at? Even if it was the middle of the night, where's my stuff at? I might go smoke a couple dabs before I go back to bed. I was smoking every time I woke up from a roll that was rolling over. Oh, I rolled over. My back's a little sore. Oh, I got a reason to smoke. And do a couple dabs. My wife's like, what are you doing? You waking up? Woken in the middle of the night. Multiple times.
Yeah, even though there ain't no proof in it, you gotta make some movement. They say that every day's going to get better. I promise to make a way. Yeah, but we gon' be
together.
ready.
I'm just singing. I don't know what they're saying.
It's gonna be better. I can promise you this. Ain't all bullshit. Ain't really
Interesting thing happens when when I finally finish and test as nothing in my system. It's not like I get my job back. I actually go right into layoff. Now I'm definitely trying to bug my managers and be like, hey man, try and bring me back on, but like, they don't really have the power to undo layoffs and correct that stuff. That's a kind of a difficult thing to do. But I've considered ideas like applying to St. Louis and other locations that are BDS, which is Boeing Defense. And since I'm clean, I can work at those places and test right in and try to get started on my 3 years of being tested at work, try and get some income, and also when I'm at those locations in the after hours, I can stay at work, and especially if I'm out of town, what's the fun of going home to a hotel? So I'll just stay after work as much as possible and do the extra training I need to move to a better position. How was you? Oh, nice. That was awesome. I was trying to sing with it a couple of times. What's up, stay-at-home dad? Freeway beats. I miss being a stay-at-home dad, and I have been doing it lately, so it was kind of cool. But I also miss my job. I liked working on the planes. I never knew how much I would like it, and I was really good at it and super effective. So I'm just a technical worker and a hard worker, so Boeing's a good place for me. But yeah, I'm thinking about going into the defense world, and then I can, well, I'm there trained to be, instead of a 4 electric guy, grade 4 is electrical, I can take these classes and become a grade 9, which is the highest grade, which is an airplane on ground technician, which means I can do anything when an airplane is grounded to repair it to get back into flight. Everything. And you become the do everything mechanic. And with that position, it's the only position where you can be pulled out of layoff early, and anyone at any location, once you become a 9, can ask to have you transfer to them, and if you're willing to go to them, you can go to them. So I would let my manager at the Seattle delivery center, who liked me so much, know, hey, I'm available, and he would go, oh, cool, go on my computer right now. Oh, I see you. There we go. I sent you a thing. Your manager's going to come up to you tomorrow at the beginning of your shift and ask if you want to transfer. And then in the next couple weeks, we'll bring you back home and you can start working for us. So I got some plans. I got some ideas. It doesn't mean it's going to work out, but they definitely need airplane on ground technicians, because there's a lot of airplanes on ground with this COVID. So the airplanes that are on the ground, the airlines have to maintain them, and they don't have that level of people in existence. Those people are working huge hours, and so I would instantly go into a place where I would be able to work overtime, big dollar, and if I were able to become a grade 9 and get transferred over, even if there was another 7,000 person layoff and Boeing laid off a bunch of people and only kept the group of people between 20 and 30 years of service, and they even laid off half the company, let's say, I would still be able to go get a job at somewhere like Delta, which probably pays even better. It wouldn't be the union job, but I'd be able to do that and keep myself afloat. Not that I can't. I mean, I guess I could probably plug in a guitar to my amp and a little. I have an amp that lets you plug in your phone, and plug in my phone to the amp, and I could go stand out in front of the Walmart, and I could probably make $50 to $100 a day and make rent in 5 to 10 days a month. But who wants to do that? It feels like you're being a bum or something. But that could be fun. And there's probably tons of jobs like stocking shelves and things like that I can end up doing, but I'll take any job. It doesn't take a lot to keep our family afloat. So this house is paid for. It's just we just pay for $500, $600 a month for the rent on the land. It's a mobile home and a mobile park. Oh, this is real smooth. Seems like there's like a project on almost everything he's made. It's pretty cool. Oh, that's a cool little fade out. I made a metal song late last night, and they made another one today. Couple stoner tracks. Even though I'm no stoner, they're probably more aggressive than most stoner tracks. I made Stoner Boner, and a picture of a guy with candy sticking out of all of his pockets and all over, and just sticky fingers. A little BandLab logo on his tie clip. Stoner Boner. And then I made Massive Stoner. It was like Homer Simpson in like a Zen position with a big old beard and shades, looking very Very much like I'll be looking in 15 years. What you guys have been watching? I got a show I gotta watch called Social Dilemma. But I've been watching this. I'm pretty much addicted to it. Great British Bake Off or baking show, where it's 12 bakers and then 10 episodes. In each episode, somebody's eliminated. In each episode, someone's the best baker, star baker. And then the last episode is the finale, and there's 3 bakers, and they go at it. And the star baker of that day is the winner of the show. Pretty cool show. It's a weird amalgam of people that kind of host and judge and stuff. Pretty cool. Yeah, I don't really have TV. I just have a TV that I use streaming services on. That is kind of TV. That's a television still, but it's not. I don't watch cable or anything like that. And I don't really watch any sitcoms. I think the sitcoms died with Seinfeld and Friends, to be honest. I watch football on my phone on an NFL app. I was watching football at my dad's during Thanksgiving. That was fun. We did a little Thanksgiving get together. I don't know who else did, but it was my uncle and his son. He's got 3 kids, but one doesn't talk to him after joining the Navy, and he's just kind of a butthole. Yeah, but still talks to me because I don't know why. But and then he's got another son who's more close to the mom, and then one son who's closer to him. So yeah, football doesn't make me crazy because I'm sitting there going, woo! Yeah! I mean, it doesn't make me tired. I mean, it makes me crazy. I mean, it doesn't make me tired. I'm sitting there going, Russell! Russell! Oh my God, DK! How did you do that? Oh my God! Tyler Lockett, what the heck was that? Whoa! Whoa! Oh my God, did you see that? Did you see that? That's basically what's happening in my house. My wife's like, stop! Lions, yeah. They're definitely having some struggles. I played football growing up, and I was on a team on defense, cornerback, or safety, depending on the plays that they're playing. And 2 years in a row, nobody scored on us. Every game was 0 to something. I mean, sometimes we'd only score a touchdown. 0 to 9. No, that's not a touchdown, a missed field goal. That's a touchdown, a field goal, and a safety. The defense was scoring by pushing them back so hard. Yeah. 0 and 16. Ignore the roar. The Lions. What's up with that? The Washington football team? It's the Washington Redskins. What the fuck are you talking about? Washington, the football team. What a stupid name. Who's playing? Oh, the football team. Yeah, what team? Yeah, the football team. Yeah, I said who's playing? Who? The football team. Which football team? I said what football team? Dude, the football team. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Could have picked any name. The Washington Natives. The Washington Brutes. The Washington Killers. The Washington Turf Burn would be better. Redskins, disrespectful? I don't know about that. I guess. It didn't have red skin. That's a sunburn, motherfuckers. That's a sunburn for being naked in the fucking sun.
Freeway Beats production.
No. I guess it was gonna happen. They were gonna say, nope. Was that on the track or somebody making a noise in my house? They were gonna change. They were considering a few different names. They were gonna go with the Washington Scalpers, the Washington Tomahawk Throwers, the Washington. I'm just kidding, you guys. That was second in running, and they went with Redskins. Good thing they didn't go with Scalpers. Because they'd have a bunch of people outside selling the tickets. Scalping them! Oh! I'll try and bother you. Oh, prairie what? The Washington Feather, not Dots. I'm a good mix of Americans. And actually, my family tree goes back to like the origin of Jews, the origin of Ireland, the origin of Belarusia and farming. It goes way back. In all these different directions. My brother's kids are 1/4 Yankton Sioux. His wife is half Yankton Sioux. They all look like his wife except for one of them. He's got 4 kids. 3 of them look like his wife. And then one of them looks blonde, light-skinned, blue eyes. And then the other 3 are dark eyes. The Yankton Sioux, thick eyebrows with the point in them, the point that's in the middle, and that really dark olive skin. And my brother has this skin that gets really tan in the summer. And by the end of their summer in Chelan, and being outside, they all look like Native Americans, straight up. Every single one of them, even my brother. His hair is no longer blonde like it used to be. His wife's pretty cool. Kind of crazy too. But so is my mom, so what do you expect us to do? I'm not going to say anything about my wife. She's got her crazy pills. I'm not going to say shit about it. I love her too much. She's wacko. She's crazy. She's coming on right now as I say that. You would take the vaccine now? What if the vaccine could only be taken if it was ejected up your asshole? Would you take it then? This goes out to Aaliyah Merriweather, who said she would take the vaccine now if she could. Would you take it if the only way to take it was you had to bend over, just like this? Bend over, spread your cheeks, and then they inject like a half a gallon of fluid right up your ass. Would you take it then? Because that's basically what you're saying to me. Am I offending anybody? Oh, I hope so. I hope I'm offending people.
He won't let you get away with this.
Oh, really? And who's he?
That's he with a capital H, by the way.
Damn, those are some sweet beats. Some good music. You totally wouldn't expect this variety, but totally sweet. This is a track called Titanic. We are featuring Freeway Beats, Freeway the Underrated, Aaron Dixon. Not trying to out who he is. I'm sure if you asked him, what's your name, he'd tell you, what? My name's Aaron, brother. Cavity searches, cavity injections. Don't worry, they're trying to find a way to be able to come into your home. They've been listening to the audio of the NSA and they realize there's some money to be had, some money to be made, and charging you with crimes in the home. They're just trying to find a way to get into your home. So bad, so bad. They tried the Patriot Act in 2002. Every 20 years or so, I'm gonna turn the wrench tighter. I bet you it's 2023 and they get a second disease. And now that's a stupid thing to say because they made a movie about it. Yeah. It's affecting the brain, Demi Moore says. It's infecting the brain. Demi Moore. It's probably a good movie. It's probably really scary and then thriller. I'm going to predict that Demi Moore is the bad guy. Yeah, in-home learning. Ugh. That's exactly how they're getting into our home, right there. Like, why are your kids outside? It's school! It's not in my house! So I put them out in the cold in jackets. Why does the iPad die so fast? I don't know. Buy us a fucking heater. Buy us an extra house. I just say this. We need to just rise up, storm the school, drop our kids off, and say, fuck you. Homeschooling your kids, then you can become the teacher. Since you're already being the fucking teacher, they're just trying to get everybody to homeschool. They're trying to make it so that they're trying to give money to the hospitals that were probably just about to all collapse, because they sunk the private insurance. Then they're trying to squeeze down the hospitals. And they're just trying to fuck it all so they can say it needs to be socialist. Well, look at these numbers. Just wait for Biden to use the numbers from COVID for a reason to justify making changes to a significantly amazing system that we have the best healthcare in the world. If you don't realize that, then you're not working hard enough to earn that healthcare. But we have it. It's right there, and all you gotta do is work your ass off every fucking day, and you got it. Oh, what about the disabled people? Well, what about them? Do I sound like a motherfucker yet? There's plenty of disabled programs out there, and there's plenty of programs out there to support them. They get some of the best care out there, so it's what it is. If you ever had an emergency, you got it. Socialism is just communism in the end. Thank you, Holy Grail, for saying it, because it is the truth. Socialism just leads to communism. Socialism is not a backdoor to better capitalists. It's not a solution to get better capitalism going and a stronger system. It's a weakening. It's a cutting the rug out, dude. Pulling the rug out from under us. Yeah, there's really no recovery from it. Once you do it, it's almost impossible to recover from. I mean, if they really want to if they're going to say stuff like, just wait for it, wait on it, wait for it, it'll play out, and stuff like that. Once they start enacting that stuff, then you know they don't care about fixing it. Anything that they can do that helps more money come in that they can steal from. Any new way of money coming into the government is a way that they can steal before regulators and accountability is put into place. And that is what these politicians are looking for, a way to make money. Marxism is the belief that you don't have the right to earn any amount you want, and in that prices are set by the capitalists themselves. They start setting the prices for you. They control how much you can ask. They control who you can say yes and no to, who your customers are. And if they set the price and they tell you who the customers are, they own the business. Once they own the business in that way, they can regulate and control you and manipulate you and make you just as small as they need you to be. They want things like Amazon. They want things like getting rid of the United States Postal Service and privatization, so that at some point they can control those companies. Every single company that took a bailout during COVID is under the umbrella of the United States government, and they are owned by them until they can pay that back. And if they can regulate you in a way that you won't be able to earn to come pay that back, they'll own you forever. They'll own your business. And if your business didn't do that, they're shutting everything down to close it. Yeah, that's what's happening. And you know what? There's a company out there that hasn't taken any bailouts yet. And there's very, very, very few large companies that have done this. And one of them, the most significant of all of those, the largest company to not take a bailout, which $11 billion bailout was proposed, is Boeing. And they said $11 billion, that's only like 50 planes. We'll wait. We'll figure it out. We'll cut your income by cutting jobs so that you push back and anti-regulate, because we'll find a way to survive, and when this is over, Boeing's going to be stronger than ever. China has planes they've been trying to get in the market, and they're 3 or 4 or 5 years out. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it so China can sell these planes at the same time as we are. As we right now, if there was no COVID, we would be selling, and these planes are ungrounded. In the year 2021, we would have the most sales of any company in the history of the United States. We would be the most profitable company. We would be responsible for 1/5 or more, being that it's COVID, of the United States' GDP. Yeah. And we're selling that shit to other countries. That's a big, powerful power struggle right there. And if countries like Russia and China develop these things that compete with this plane, then it's going to hurt that market. And if 2 small countries crash the planes, not trying to be too conspiratorial here, but if 2 countries crash 2 planes, they can really push us down. So who's to say that those people that crashed those planes weren't paid off? Hey, your family will live good forever. We need to get rid of Boeing. That's the only thing making America free still. We got to get rid of it. We need to make everything one world order, new world order. I'm a little bit of a conspiracy guy, so you never know. But hey, I would say when I talk about this at Boeing, 3 or 4, maybe 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 5 people agree that that's probably exactly what's happening. So we're in the know there. We know what's going on. We're not trying to take any bailouts. We'll make it through. And if Boeing makes it through, then America will make it through. And they will be the light on the hill. And we will avoid a Marxist socialist overtake. Do they? Do they have them? Space Force. Let me explain Space Force. Space Force is is a countermeasure against China and China alone. China had a group of 38 satellites on the outermost perimeter, outside of every satellite that we have in every other country, and they were using those satellites to hack the satellites. So Space Force was an organized effort to put 50-something satellites outside of that ring of satellites, the most sophisticated satellites ever that can see what China's doing all across the globe. And then we even have energy weapons on those satellites. So if we need to, we can destroy their satellites in a click of a button and create world dominance technologically. Now, if we destroyed those satellites, there would be a war, but they would be significantly hindered in that war. So Space Force was an organized effort to create an outer layer of satellites so that we had world domination again, because Obama knew about them doing that and didn't care and didn't want to do a damn thing. And if we never elected Trump, we would never have had Space Force, and we never would have done that, and China would be running us right now. Direct energy weapons, yeah, there you go. Lasers. So that's what Space Force was. And lasers, if an alien has a gravity manipulating plane, a manipulating device, we could set a nuclear bomb off next to it, and they can move away faster than they can get hit. But if we have a laser and they are traveling, we can predict at the current moment and shoot a blast out and punch a hole right through their plane. And when we punch a hole right through their plane, the liquids that they use to do anti-gravity leak right out, and they crash to the ground. And there was nothing they can do to stop lasers, electrons. They can't stop electrons because they're not affected by gravity. So if they have a gravity manipulating flying device, we can stop them with predictive technology and lasers. And no matter how erratically they move, we have some sophisticated AI. So that was probably an alien countermeasure, because what the fuck? Maybe aliens are communists. Now that sounds pretty stupid, but maybe that is a big thing. They want to see us in a new world order. So I'm getting a little crazy here talking about this stuff, but you know, it's what I talk about in my head, so I might as well share it with you guys. But for sure, we had to take a step above and move around and understand what China was doing. We had to get that in place. Another thing about that is we have the ability to do war on land. We have the ability to do war in the water. That's the Army, that's the Navy. We have the ability to do war in the air. That's the Navy battleships and planes and the Air Force. All they work together. And then what happens if there's a warfare or a state of warfare happening out in the outer bubble, outside of the skies? We need to have that ability. That's why we prop up stuff like SpaceX and Boeing. We have to have that ability. Lockheed is the ground, is the air. Northrop Grumman, that's the ground, that's the water. We got to have these facilities. We can't rely on other countries for any of this stuff. Speaking of lasers, I've worked with Coherent, the people at Coherent Lasers in Germany. I've worked directly with some of the top people in that company when I was working in biomedical, developing lasers for high level research tools. I've worked with dark fields. I've worked with microscopy machines and optical machines, and I've made lasers that were lighters that you could smoke your weed with. But you know what? I wouldn't doubt that there's some element of truth to that statement about lightning. When they need to create a change in a certain shift, they could easily be creating lightning and starting fires. Do they need to kill us to control us? No, they don't. They need to make us scared. That's it. COVID shows us that. As long as they can put fear in us, they can make us do whatever they want. And they found out that the outliers are down at the level of 5% right now. People who are going to say, I refuse to wear a mask. I'm going to go into the store without one. It's a very low number of people. You're in a store with 200 people, there's only one guy without a mask. It's me. Just like the Anthrax album, spreading the disease. Well, this is a really fun little blog here. These are such laid back beats. These are really laid back. Fear porn. Fear porn. Is that the stuff where they like where the lady has like a guy, her boyfriend or a porn star, break into her house and she's sitting there and she gets tied up and then everything goes down. I'm not going to get too graphic. Everything goes down and the next thing you know, you're on the next video. Next thing you know. But yeah, is that fear porn? I don't even know. I don't even know what that means, fear porn. I kind of want to look that up. I'll have to look that up. Fear porn. I'm looking that up. What's fear porn? What is that? Beer porn. What's that? Beer porn is when they're drinking beers while doing it. Fear porn, a tiny, almost imperceptible cough. What? Usually hidden behind a mask due to emphysema, allergy, or the dreaded COVID. What? 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 Fear porn. Mainstream media content that deliberately and intrinsically plays on people's fears about disaster. That, I've heard. Disease and death, currently used in relation to COVID-19. My friend was too scared to go outside. Something about giant murder hornets. Murder hornets. There was like 8 found. Two nests and both were killed. They haven't seen a nest since. He must be watching his fear porn again. I'd say so. Smooth brain. A person, a stupid person. It refers to the lack of surface area on the person's brain. No wrinkles. Smooth brain. I should change my name to that. Mr. Smooth Brain. Fear porn. Content that is conspiratorial, there we go, and about the end of the world in some way. Highly addictive for its paranoia and dissociative side effects. Joe's into flat earth fear porn, even though he knows it's retarded. Yeah, it is. I look in a microscope and that planet's round like an orb, and I look in a microscope and that planet's round, and I look at 1,000 planets through a microscope and they're all round, but Earth is probably flat and they're lying to us. Hit the stupid out, it's gonna fall right out your ear. Jesus. Yeah, I'm looking at all the other planets and they're all round, but this one's probably flat. I swear it's probably flat. Fear porn number 3 definition. Conspiracy theorist information used to generate sexual excitement in rednecks. Oh, that's me. Look, I got my redneck right here. Religious extremists and dudes that live in their mom's basement. the New World Order is in conjunction with the Illuminati, and the Illuminati and the Freemasons can be found on BAMLab, and they are part of the left-wing liberal agenda causing 9/11. Well, 9/11 was not caused by left-wings, it was caused by Republicans. Republicans! Because Republicans and Democrats are the same fucking thing. They're fear-mongering hate fuckers. And sadly, Donald Trump was an alternative to that. He didn't seem like it, and everybody was, and that fucking fear porn industry was just trying to make you think everything else about the guy. He was probably not a rich man. He was probably not a very smart man, but he was smart enough, and he was deviant. He was a deviant, and that's what they hated about that guy. Whoa, they hated that he was a deviant. They couldn't stand that. He was the guy saying, it's not that scary, not that big a deal, we'll get past it. Oh, I had it. It was no big deal. Was it a cough? No, I was saying, no big deal. Why aren't you wearing a mask? You just had COVID. Shut the fuck up, I just had it. Why am I wearing a mask? What the fuck would I wear a mask for? All that shit. He's a racist. He's done more for black people than any president ever, any politician ever. The fuck you talking about, racist? I bet you he's cheated on a couple of his wives with some black chicks too. What the fuck are you talking about? I bet you that's what he should have done. Just it said, look, these are the different black chicks I slept with. Shut the fuck up. Instead, he had them all silenced in courts before he was elected so that he could get into office. Whatever. Probably an idiot for doing that stuff. I got people posting on my page every day on Facebook. Oh, they're gonna arrest him. They're gonna arrest him now. Okay, good luck with that. The guy's called Teflon Don, bros. We'll see what happens. And there's nothing about the guy I love, but there's tons about the guy that I enjoy, and there's tons about the guy that annoys me. But that being said, he was refreshing as a president, and he was a hoot to watch, you know? His presidency was better than his stint on WWE. It was better than his Trump show. It was a fucking crazy shit show to watch. Fucking blast. What's Biden gonna be like? Just scratching your head? Nodding like this? Sighing? That is the Biden presidency if we have one. Really? And then you're going to hear he's dead and you're going to celebrate for like 2 seconds before you realize what's going to happen after that. Yay! First female president! How'd he die? COVID. He died of COVID. What was the real reason? He had COVID when he was shot in the back of the head, so he died of COVID. Wait, he was shot in the back of the head? Yeah, but he had COVID. So he died of COVID, dude. COVID-19. Okay? Oh, actually, when we shot him in the brain, it created a new strain. COVID-23 comes from the fucking Biden. Now I'm sounding crazy and I'm having fun with it. Why not? This world is crazy. I only sound crazy because this world is crazy. If all this was made up, then I would be crazy, but I'm not. This isn't made up. These are all highly likely possible truths. Plausible, possible, could be happening now. Damn! I could just keep going forever with this music. This music just like makes me forget where I am. I love that. All right, you guys. That was a great show. I had fun chit-chatting with you guys and just interacting with you guys. We're hitting an hour and 13 minutes. Like I say, but like I sit on other shows, this is the brick I sit on. My ass is shaped now, man. Oh, I feel like I've been sitting on a brick wall. Oh, man, it's numb. Oh, man, it's numb. They could give me the vaccine now. Oh, should I put this stool on upside down and can sit down? I don't think so. Well, you guys. Yep. Yeah, here's the wife saying it's time. This is Aaron's Out, name of the track, so it might as well be the last track. See you later, Aaron Dixon. Go find this artist at Freeway the Underbeated, at Freeway Beats, one word, no underscore. All right, guys. Catch you on the flip side.